everyone, welcome to 15 Minute Chef. We're back in studio and we're back filming. Just got home from work. You ladies know how that is. The last thing you want to do when you get home from work after a long day is figure out what's for dinner. Whether you have kids or you're single or it's just you and the hubs, it's a long process. Wash my hands first. Tonight we're doing a very special meal, something that, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know that someone liked. It's not my husband, it's actually my boss. My boss, I brought to a potluck at work, stuffed manicotti. And he said, I've been watching your YouTube channel and I haven't seen the stuffed manicotti. What's up with that? First of all, I was shocked to know my boss even watched my YouTube channel, much less knew anything about stuffed manicotti. So, here we go. Manicotti. Manicotti, just a fancy way of saying some big tube pasta, if you know what I mean. So the first thing you're gonna do with manicotti when you have them, if they're dry, we got some boiling hot water, and we're gonna toss them in, and we're gonna do what's called blanching. We're gonna cook them. We're gonna cook them, and then we're gonna chill them, so that we can stuff them. And now the stuffing, that's where it gets tricky. When I do my stuffing for my manicotti, I do a lot of ingredients. I've laid out all my ingredients so you guys can see I don't use anything fancy. Remember, the whole point of this YouTube channel is to show women how, or men, I'm not discriminating, how to cook in less than 15 minutes for $25 a meal that feeds 4 people. I guarantee you this is gonna feed 4 people. So I got a lot of little ingredients here. Some minced garlic. This you don't have to have, you can use regular olive oil. I just happen to like it. I'm gonna give a shout out to Red Stick Spice. That's really good. I got this there. It's a porcini olive oil. I'm also gonna tell you, I have some cream cheese, and if you notice, all my brands are Walmart brands. I don't need anything fancy to cook this meal or to make it taste great. Now, obviously, the more expensive your ingredients are, the greater it's gonna taste, especially when it comes to Italian food. If you spend a little extra money, get some really expensive tomato sauce or whatever you wanna do, it's gonna taste better. But can you make it for cheap and it still tastes good? Absolutely. And I'm gonna show you how to do that today, okay? So we got our manicotti over here. They're boiling. We're gonna get them going. On this other pan, I'm dyslexic. I forget which one's the front, the back, the front. In this pan, we're gonna get ground meat and ground pork. Usually I use 3 meats. Most Italians, which I worked for 7 years, use 3. They use ground veal, ground pork, and ground meat. I do not use ground veal. I don't agree, it's gonna sound a little weird considering, but I don't agree with the process of veal. I don't agree with veal in general. So I don't serve veal, I don't eat veal, I don't have anything to do with veal. However, I have no problems with beef, pork. So, with that being said, I'm gonna use all of this beef and half of this pork, okay? You, on the other hand, if you wanna use ground veal, it's totally up to you. Now, the oil I'm gonna use is my porcini olive oil. You don't have to use that. You can use a regular olive oil, it's totally up to you. I just like the extra flavor the porcini olive oil gives to it, okay? The first thing I'm gonna do is I have a little food processor. Now you see, I'm doing multiple things at one time. Which, ladies and gentlemen, living in 2022, you gotta be available to do multiple things at multiple times. Everybody's probably got a side hustle and a side hustle for the side hustle. So, I have some chopped onion and bell pepper for my mom. Italians, mostly, I'm just gonna go wash, I know I washed this off, I'm gonna wash it again. Italians use carrot and onion. I use bell pepper and onion because I'm Cajun French. And then I put a little bit of basil in it. I'm gonna puree it down. This is gonna be the base for us to start our filling. This is what we're filling. Just remember that. Stay focused, guys. Oh my gosh, if you can smell the fresh basil going in. If you don't have fresh basil, it's okay. Use dried basil. I have a fresh basil plant outside. It's one of the many things that survived the 110-degree heat this summer. God bless its little heart. Now we're going to go in with my meat. I got my onion, bell pepper, and basil sauteing. I think I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil, porcini olive oil. I'm going to toss in my meat to saute with it. Meat. And then I'm going to bust out some pork. Now you might be asking yourself, why is she adding the pork? Just a couple of different reasons. Pork adds an excellent flavor. On top of, pork adds a little bit of fat because I'm using ground sirloin that's a 95%, does not have fat. But I want the pork because pork has good fat that has good flavor. By the way, here's a little challenge for my viewers. Go ahead and look up. If you have high cholesterol, what's better for you, pork fat or butter? And then go ahead and get back to me on that one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to saute my pork, my veg, my ground meat, and then we're going to add, I have some homemade Italian seasoning, and then I have some store-bought. Whatever you want to do. I just have this that me and a friend of mine put together. It's a homemade Italian seasoning. It's basically our own rosemary, basil, oregano dried mix. And I'm going to add a little bit of the end. You can always buy that in the store. It comes in a mix. You can do with it or you can do without it. Okay? I'm also going to add some of our chopped garlic with my tiny little spoon. At the same time, go ahead and keep stirring to make sure they don't stick onto the bottom of the pan. Your manicotti that are boiling, okay? Oh, y'all, I wish you could smell this. It smells incredible. Now, all this stuff is cooking, right? You gotta keep going. You got spinach that's gotta be defrosted, and you got cream cheese that's gotta be defrosted. It's part of the filling. So, we're gonna pop our cream cheese out. I don't use 100% ricotta. Ricotta salada, it means no worries. I used to have a friend of mine that I cook with. Her name was Laura, and she used to always sing that song to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to defrost our cream cheese, get it a nice creamy state. Ooh, makes me want to eat it off the. We're going to put it in the microwave. And I'll put my cover on it so my husband knows I'm keeping it clean. Spinach, same thing. Poke a hole in the bag, stick it in the microwave. Everything's in the microwave. The meat is cooking. Our manicotti is cooking. We got it going on. Ooh, got a little piece fell out. Okay. As this is cooking, nothing makes everything taste better than butter. We used to have a rule. If it tasted bad, add butter. Tasted really bad, add butter and cheese. And if it was dessert, just put whipped cream, powdered sugar, and mint on top, and it would fix it all. Okay, so we have all that cooking, all that going. We got our cheese that's ready. We got our topping. So let's talk about why I don't use 100% of ricotta. I'm going to tell you why. There's a certain texture element that goes with ricotta, okay? That if you're not used to, and for me, ricotta doesn't have a lot of flavor. See that parmesan sitting over there? It's coming last. Let's see if our manicotti is getting close. It's starting to look limp. Like so many things in life, limp. It's getting close. Our meat, also getting close, getting ready. I'm also going to keep you guys from dirtying too much dishware. Had this feedback from my husband when he was watching my videos. He said, listen, you don't have like a whole dish stack. So like, just be careful how many dishes you're dirty. Like, if you want to teach people at the end of the day, when they're done, including the dishes. Okay. So we got a little bit of this, we got a little bit of this, we got a little, see all these cheeses? It's crazy. So we got some Romano, we got some ricotta salt. So I like to call it ricotta salad, it's just ricotta cheese. And then we got we got some mozzarella, and then we got some parmesan cheese, okay? So we're gonna add a bunch of cheeses. And you've already seen me add butter, so you know it's gonna be good. Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. My husband is not a fan of spinach. But neither are my kids. So I like to sneak it in. However, I will tell you guys this. If you don't like spinach, you don't have to have it. Ooh, we got a little bit. We're gonna turn the burner off and we're gonna start stirring it in. Oh, this looks so good. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's really good. Okay. So at the same time, we're coming over here. We're going to drop our manicotti in. We're going to run cold water over our manicotti so they stop cooking. Try to get some of that back on there. We're going to turn all the heat off. And we're going to come over here and we're going to stick it in our bowl. Spinach is close. Everything's cooling down. This is our mix right here. We're going to add some Romano. We're going to add, yep, it's there. We're going to add some wonderful ricotta cheese to cool it off. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. We're going to add a little bit of this nice mozzarella. We're going to mix it in. We're going to add an egg. And that, remember, an egg is like a binding agent. I see my dog is already ready for the main course. So you're going to add an egg. Remember, eggs are like semen. That's our binding agent, okay? So we're going to throw one egg in there. And we're mixing this all together. Oh my gosh, y'all, it looks so good. All it's missing is the spinach. I guess I should put it over here for the camera. Okay? It's got seasoning. I might put a little more salt. Be careful with the salt because your Parmesan cheese is going to be really salty, okay? And then pepper. It's got a ton of seasoning. We're going to add some of this spinach so we can get our vegetables. Nothing like adding vegetables into the meal. I'm going to go about half bag on this so my husband doesn't have like a, I mean, he likes it, but I don't want to over spinach him. I'm trying to like, you know, like ease him into the spinach situation. Look at that. Oh, that looks so good, y'all. You should smell it. So good. Okay, so you're going to refrigerate this so it cools off. While it's cooling off, this is our time to clean up. We're going to come back. We're going to stuff the manicotti for bake, okay? And when I say bake, you've got options. you can always make this dish the night before and then put it in the refrigerator, and then when you come home from work, boom, stick it in the oven, stick it in the microwave, wherever you want to put it. You don't necessarily have to cook it the same day you make it. That's the beauty of it. You can pre-prepare it. You can do it as part of your meal prep on Sunday. I do a lot of meal prep for my week, for my lunches on, because everybody's trying to lose weight these days, we're all trying to be healthier. And we're all trying to be more economic. So on Sundays, you can do a lot of these casseroles that I'm gonna start doing this week. You can do those on Sunday and then add them in. Okay, so come back, we're gonna stuff the manicotti, we're gonna stick them in the oven, and we're gonna see a smiling husband eat one. Stick with, hey everybody, we're back with 15 Minute Chef. Listen, so I just pulled the filling out of the freezer, because that's where I was chilling and at. And you see, now it's nice and thick. Okay, so a little secret we don't tell y'all that we do in kitchens. Ziploc bags are greatest hero. So if you want to stuff something, we make it nice, we make it easy, and we make it clean for you. You put everything in a Ziploc bag. We're gonna cut the corner, and then we're gonna fill these manicotti, okay? The stuffing smells so good. The only way it could smell better is if I had truffle oil. But, economic cookbacks. Maybe this weekend I could get some truffle oil. Right, babe? Y'all heard that, right? Okay, so let's see. By the way, everybody, I have a friend of mine that if you're not Southern and you're watching, stuffing. Okay, if you're not Southern and you're watching, or if you are Southern and you're watching, I have a friend of mine that has a really cool website that sells some really cool Southern stuff. So please look for it in the notes. Hang on a second, guys. Gotta get a pair of scissors. Oh, no scissors. Okay, corner and cut. But you want to cut just the corner, okay, guys? The corner, just the corner. And look, let's throw it away so we don't get it mixed in the food. Okay, manicotti, corner. And you're gonna use it like it's a pastry bag. Oh, this is gonna get crazy. You can already feel it. I think I cut the corner too big. It happens. Okay, if that happens, do this. Look, open up the manicotti. Go ahead and put the stuffing in. Like my dog. My dog is like circling the premises, trying to get some of this food. Okay. So is my husband. Y'all don't know. He's like, is this filming almost over? I'm starving. Okay. So again, manicotti. I gotta cook some more manicotti to bring to work tomorrow. Yeah, so my boss Bobby's like, hey, what you got in that manicotti? Yeah, definitely cut your hole smaller. That's literal. There's no deeper meaning. Okay, look at this. So we got that in there. Let's do some more. That manicotti died on me. Man down, man down. So this filling really goes a long way. So let me tell y'all something. If you have a friend that's, I have a lot of friends right now that have COVID, and I have a neighbor who is lives alone, does her own thing, kind of thing. So I like to feed her too, and then friends that have COVID, I like to bring them stuff. This is a great dish that you can make it, put in the freezer, pull it out when you're having a bad day, you just don't feel like cooking. Or it's a great dish to drop off if somebody has COVID. They can just stick it in the oven. Bada bing, bada boom. Like they say in The Godfather. Ooh, I wonder if I can squeeze one more in. Squeeze one more. Okay. So I try to make this like somewhat easy so that people that are working, you can really do this. And you can do this in stages. Like you don't have to make the stuffing all in one night. You can make the stuffing one night to get, you know, in the fridge, have it in your Ziploc bag, that kind of thing. Okay. Give me a second, I gotta wash my hands. As my husband gives me the evil eye, like, is dinner ready yet? Okay. So, okay. Casserole dish, my cheat. You can make it from scratch. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, if you're tired and you've worked a long day, you ain't got time for all that. So, a little pour on top, depending on how much red sauce you like. The whole bag of that, because I believe cheese makes everything better. And a little fresh parmesan. This you can't skip. I'm telling you guys, this is the greatest stuff in the world. The better the parmesan, the better it is. Okay, it's looking good, right? We're gonna stick it in the oven. We're gonna come back. We're gonna eat. And like the Italians say, oh, wait, we forgot our tomatoes. I like to put, these are fresh tomatoes from my garden. And just for like a really nice display, boom. Oh, never do anything in even numbers. That's what we say in the cooking world. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Okay, boom, boom, boom. And then look, we'll do a little bit of this. Looks so good. We'll stick it in the oven. We'll come right back. And as we say in Italian, okay, we're about to pull it out the oven. I just put it in, got it on a little broiler. It's already baked, cooked. Again, this is a casserole you can make. You can put it in the freezer on a Sunday, pull it out on a Wednesday, throw it in the oven, you're done. I'm broiling on the top to make it nice and pretty. It's looking good. Husband's complaining that it smells good. Oh, that looks nice. Ooh, 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 ooh. Turn this off. Square it up. Okay. Ooh, that's looking so good, y'all. I can't even tell you. And the smell is unbelievable. Okay, let's get a spatula. Let's dig in, right? There's no easy way to this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. Gotta get a tomato right there. Maybe a little basil. Yeah. We've used it all. Look, put a little basil right there on the top. Looking good, guys. Okay, so tonight, stuffed cannelloni for dinner. Hope everyone is well. I hope everyone in your house is blessed. And stay tuned for our next casserole dish. We're gonna do a lot of casserole this week. Inflation's high, cost of goods is high, but I'm teaching you how to eat. So good. So stay tuned. Our next episode you'll like even better than this one. Also, take a look at my notes. A friend of mine owns a Southern craft store that is amazing. Will sell you some great stuff to go in your kitchen and make it look great. See her. Keeny's going to be a great person to talk to. She's a wonderful person. She's got a great store. Support small businesses, okay? Love all you guys. See you back here soon for the next episode of 15 Minutes.